Hello, happy Thursday. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. If you're catching this as the replay, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Let me know you're watching. I'm gonna wait 1 second before we get started, and we will go ahead, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna cover a bunch of new products again today. If you've caught my last couple of lives, that's what we've been focusing on, is the new product launch. It's incredible. So I have been loving covering it, and I want to make sure you get your hands on it before it sells out. So as you hop on, tell me hi, let me know you're here, tell me where you're watching from. I am going to start with my under eye corrector and concealer while we wait for, actually I'm not gonna do my under eye corrector yet. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little concealer on my eyelids, because this is one thing that I learned, I don't know, it was from a makeup artist a few years ago, is that you always want to start with your eyes first and then you want to do the rest of your face. So I am going to do exactly that. We're going to use some just concealer on my eyelids right now to get started, and this is going to be the base. So I have been loving this as the base. I just take the extra and kind of just pull it down underneath my eye. So this is just gonna hold your eyeshadow on so much better. And then we're gonna do all of my makeup together. So actually, I had a full face makeup on today. I just took it all off and now we are starting from scratch again to do all of this, just because I think it makes a huge difference when you do everything from eyes to everything else on the face. So that's exactly what we're gonna do today. So I used, actually let me show you. The only thing I used today on my eyes was this gold color right here. It was gorgeous all by itself. It gave so much sparkle and so much color to my eyelids. I didn't have to put any other colors with it. It was crazy to me how beautiful it was all on its own. But we're gonna use this palette today. So last week I used this palette, the Outer Glow palette. Each of these palettes are $40, and I used this one last week. It was really fun because it's got, you can see here, it's like super cool colors. We've got that bright purple and kind of that like burgundy color, that pretty, it's a very cool gold, which I had never used a cool gold before, so that was it's kind of fun to experiment with. This looks gray, but it's actually a purple gray. So, and then we've got like a dark purple and a gray. So if you want to see this replay, check it out on my YouTube. I linked it here in the description. So after this video, you can click on that. You can watch all the replays on my YouTube. I always put my Facebook lives on YouTube because they don't store on Facebook anymore. So they always go away after, I think it's like 30 days or 60 days, something like that. They always leave Facebook. So if you ever want to catch my replays, they will always be over on my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. But anyway, this is what I used last week. This week, we are going to be using the warm colors. So like I said, as you hop on, say hi. I see some of you hopping on here, so tell me hi. Let me know what you think about these warm, pretty colors we're going to be using today. I love the browns. I love the burgundy. So this is kind of almost like a copper burgundy. This one's a very copper color too. We've got like a dark brown, a light brown, this kind of whitish, but it's not white. It's like a nice light color. You'll see a cool gold. I thought the same thing. I was like, this gold's going to be really warm, which is strange to me because when I was looking at this Outer Glow palette, I was like, everything looks cool to me in here except the gold. But when you apply the gold, actually let me just show you on the back of my arm so you can see what I'm talking about. It applies very cool. It's not like a typical gold color. So you can see it's like got a very, it's very different than any gold that I have previously used. It really mixes well with all the other cool colors. So it mixes really well with that purple and that kind of grayish purple color. So it's something different, something very, very different than anything that I had ever seen. And if you have been a Mary Kay shopper for a while, you know that our regular line of eyeshadows, so hang on, I actually have my palette here, my big palette. You can see I've got like all these eyeshadows in here. I've got this pretty highlighter and some bronzers and things, but all these eyeshadows, a lot of them, and I don't even have all the eyeshadows in here. I have a second palette in my bathroom, but a lot of our eyeshadows have been retiring. So we have our main line is very neutral, which is great for if you are like a neutral girl and you just love to wear regular neutral colors regularly. You don't love a lot of color, then you're not going to mind that transition at all. But if you love color, then limited edition launches are going to be really important for you. So pay attention to the limited edition launches. They are doing, now I've talked about this the last few lives, so you might have heard this already, but I want to keep saying it because I want to make sure you guys are paying attention to the limited edition colors. This is where you're going to find those bold colors, those trendy colors. It's all going to be in the limited edition launches. So you can think our main line is going to be very neutral and kind of goes with everything, which is very trendy right now. But then you can also expect to see kind of brighter colors come out around the calendar. Only 4 times a year we have limited edition launches, but make sure you're paying attention to them. I know in the past, sometimes I loved limited edition launches. Sometimes I was like, not really my thing. It is what it is. But now I'm really paying a lot more attention to the limited edition launches because that's where you're going to find a lot of color. So anyway, all right, let's get started. I'm going to be doing, like I said, eyeshadow today with these. And I'm going to start by using my eye blending brush. I'm going to pick up just a little bit of this brown down here, which is like a matte light brown. It's darker than hazelnut. If you use hazelnut from our regular line, it's called Hot Clay. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm just going to kind of use this as my blending color. And if you're just hopping on, like I said, tell me hi. Let me know you're watching. If you're catching the replay, tell me hi. If you're watching on Facebook, get your comments in. I do a weekly giveaway, so make sure you comment down below to get yourself entered into win. Last week, I'll be doing the drawing tomorrow, so on Friday for last week's live. So if you haven't watched that or commented on that, you have tonight, and then I'll be posting it tomorrow. But I pick one winner, and that winner gets a prize from me in the mail. So the last 2 weeks, the prize have been the tinted lip balms, which are incredible. I'll be using one of those today as well. We're going to use the coral color today. Last week I used the pink. So tonight we're going to use the coral. I love the coral. It's really pretty. It's very light. So it's a very neutral. So make sure you get yourself entered in though. And if you share this video, just tell me down below that you shared it, and that is going to get you extra entries. All right, I love this brown color. It's beautiful. Like I said, it's a little bit more pigmented, a little bit darker than hazelnut, which honestly I love because hazelnut is really pretty and I do wear it all the time, but I just love that this is so pigmented. Usually I mix hazelnut and cinnabar, but you don't have to mix anything with this. Like, it gives you so much pigmentation, so much color. So I love that. I'm going to take my eye smudge brush. I want to be so specific with the shimmers. I want them to go exactly where I want them to go. So my entire eye isn't all shimmery. I want the colors to go just kind of where I want them to go. So I'm using this brush instead of using like a bigger brush. So I'm going to take this kind of a whitish color up here. So you're going to see exactly what this looks like. See, it looks really bright on here. Hi, Echo. Hi, Brenda. Hello. I love the color. In the summer and fall, hazelnut isn't exactly. So this is just like a little bit darker than hazelnut. So I'm going to put that bright white color right in the corner. This is going to really highlight kind of that corner area. Make sure it's nice and bright. Yeah, I love using cinnabar and hazelnut together. I think those make a great combination. This kind of reminds me a lot of that, but it's got even like a little bit more of a warmer feel to it. Okay, so I'm starting with that just so I can have that like nice bright inner corner. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the middle of my eye, which actually, no, let's not yet. Let's go, I'm going to add a little bit of more color out here. So we're going to take, honestly, you could use this one or you can use this one here. Either one of those is going to be beautiful in this position, but I'm going to do this one up here, which is, let me tell you, it's called Radiant Bronze. I'm going to take the Radiant Bronze And I'm going to kind of add it right here in this outer corner. And I'm actually going to add with it this darker color. We're just going to blend these out here. Just going to give it a little bit more pigment, but it's going to also have that bronzy color with it too. I love these new colors. Now, you're going to probably be a fan of one or the other. So tell me, do you like these warm colors I'm using today? Or did you like the cooler colors, I'll show you one more time, that we used last week? So stay tuned. I'm going to do more demos with these because I think that they're really pretty. I think you can create so many combinations with them. I've been kind of just sticking to one palette, and I've just been showing you kind of one look with each palette, but stay tuned because I am going to be mixing them together. Now I'm using the eye blending brush here just to kind of blend out those two colors together. Okay, how pretty is that though? Like, it definitely upped the game from the other side. Let's do the same thing. So I'm gonna mix together again this kind of like coppery bronze color with the darker matte. Wait till you see the gold too. The gold is amazing. I like the warmer colors too, Brenda. They're my favorite, but I am more of like a warm complexion. So it totally depends on what your complexion is and then what you prefer. If you like the, yeah, exactly, Echo, like you're neutral, you're gonna like both of them. And honestly, I've been liking the cool palette too. But if I am to pick just one, I love the warm one. The warm one's really pretty. I do gravitate towards browns though, browns and golds. So if you gravitate towards like pinks and purples, or you might love that cooler palette. It just kind of depends. And like I said, I think you're gonna be able to mix these together really well too. I have done that already just like by myself. I've done it on my own, but I haven't done it a lot in these videos yet. So I'm excited to do that too. One cool thing, you can actually break these out of the palettes as well, and you can use them or put them in your pro palette. So if you want to, like these are cardboard, you can pop these right out of here and you can put them in your pro palette too. I posted a picture of that if you want to see that. All right, let me just make sure this is nicely blended out. I love how blendable these are too. They're super easy to use. All right, next and last for the eyes, we are just gonna add a little bit of the gold. So this gold, when you look at it in the container, it looks dark, right? It's not though when you apply it. I'm using the smudge brush because again, I want to control exactly where this color is going. I'm gonna put it right in the center of my lid. Look at how pretty that gold is. I think it just makes the whole eyeshadow look. It highlights the lid. I'm not going crazy with it. I'm just gonna keep it right on the kind of the bottom of the lid. So you can tell, like I use just shimmer here. I'm using just shimmer here. And outside here, that's where we use the matte. And then we blended together the matte and the shimmer. So there's not like as much shimmer on the outside. There's still shimmer there, but not as much. So I kind of like the contrast that it has too. So tell me what you think down below. What do you think about this look? All right, and then one last blend all the way across with my eye blending brush, just to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines. All right, there's the eyeshadow, all done. So next what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a little bit of eyeliner. I like brown eyeliner, that's my personal preference. So I'm just gonna take, actually let me use my mirror. I love that these have a mirror in it. I'm so excited to catch you live. I'm so glad you caught me live. All right, so I love the brown though with this palette. I think it's really pretty together. Okay, it's okay that it's not perfect. Hang on, we're gonna fix it in just a second, you'll see. Oh, I do have one other cool thing I wanna show you too. So part of this new launch is during the fall launch, they always have it's like the fall / holiday. So we actually in Mary Kay, we used to have 5 launches for a long time, but the fall launch and the holiday launch were always smaller launches. So they decided to combine them. So if you're wondering like, wow, I feel like you guys got a lot of new products this year. It's because we did. They combined the fall and the holiday. So this launch is always the biggest launch of the year. One thing that you can not always expect, because you never know what's going to happen, but one thing that's we've been lucky to have every single year has been Mint Bliss foot lotion with fuzzy socks. And that is one thing that I love for the holidays because it makes the best stocking stuffers. They're only $12 for the Mint Bliss foot lotion, and then you get the free fuzzy socks with them, and it's while supplies last. So these are always the first thing to sell out of every time, every single year. And I'm just using right now, this is the eyebrow eyeliner brush, and I'm just smudging this out just so that it's kind of it's more natural. It's not going to be like as harsh, and it's just perfecting that line. Well, I guess not perfecting the line, making it look very natural, but kind of correcting anything if you had any little mistakes there. So it just smudges it out a little bit. So anyway, there's the eyeshadow. Tell me what you think about it. So anyway, Mint Bliss though. Oh, hi Connie. Thank you so much. I'm glad you love the channel. And thank you. We are so excited. We did find out it's a girl, so we are very, very excited that she is a little girl and she's due in March. So we are very, very excited. So thank you very much. It has been a whole change for sure. I was super sick for weeks, which was something that I had never obviously been through before. This is my first pregnancy, my first baby, and I had I had just never been through it before, but holy cow, I was sick for about 5 to 6 weeks, and I was nauseous all day. I was getting sick. It was something that, yep, I had never been through before, so we're glad that's over. I'm feeling so much better now, yeah, so thank you so much. All right, I'm using the under eye corrector right now in light peach. Love this new under eye corrector. It's so much better. It has no creasing. It is so hydrating. It's got this multi benefit to it. So it's super hydrating, and you can use it with a brush. You can also use it with your finger, your choice. So I just get right up underneath my eyelash line, and then I also kind of come over to the corner, make sure that everything is covered here, and it just kills that dark circle. We love that. All right. Anyway, about the Mint Bliss. So every year, they usually have this Mint Bliss. So at least since I've been in Mary Kay, it's been years now that we've had it, which again, I love. But so this year, they came out with the cutest socks ever. Look at these. They are pink and they have like little bows on them. So you can get these for free if you place an order for the Mint Bliss foot lotion. I'm making the cutest little bundles of these too. So if you want them bundled and they have like a little Merry Christmas thing on there, hang on, I will get those. But pre-order them with me so I can make sure I have enough for you. But again, they're only $12, which is a great, great price. Now these, I found 6 pairs that I had left over from last year. And the socks last year always kind of reminded me of fall instead of Christmas. So check this out. I made these today. They've got like the purple and like teal socks with them. It's got the Mint Bliss foot lotion, and then they've got like the little purple Happy Halloween on here. I have 6 of these available. So if you want one of these, you can message me or comment down below and let me know. I only have 6 available. So again, they're $12, but if you want one of these, let me know. I have those 6 that I am hoping to send out this week because they're so cute. And then I'm going to make more Halloween little gifties and obviously the Christmas ones because I want to make sure that you guys get those before they sell out. But again, $12. Look how cute that is. So cute. I love the little Happy Halloween. Some of them have like little ghosts, some of them have little bats. So they're a little bit different, but they're the purple I thought was perfect for Halloween. So anyway, $12. All right, now I've got that underneath my eyes. Now we're gonna go ahead, move on with the foundation. So I'm gonna use, I've still been mixing my foundations just because just a little bit of my summer shade. They're both cute. I know I love the Mint Bliss foot lotion. It is an awesome gift. And so like, I always think it's an awesome gift for teachers, or it's a great gift for like your sister-in-law or mother-in-law or sister. It's an awesome gift to give somebody, a nurse that maybe you're close to, people that are on their feet a lot. So the Mint Bliss foot lotion, or somebody that you know is pregnant, it's a great gift for that too. What it does is it really helps to, like, it energizes, and it also like soothes your feet. So I know when this foundation goes on, it's a little light, but it oxidizes. So just a second and it will kind of blend out a little bit. But that foot lotion, it really works great. I put it on at nighttime sometimes if I've had a long day, or I've been like standing on my feet all day. My feet are tired, and it does a really good job. It's got mint and rosemary in there, so it's got like a little bit of a tingle to it. For $12, you really can't beat it. All right, and I always just blend that down my neck. All right, and then I always make sure that this is nice and clean, so I just kind of clean that line up on both sides. All right, and if you guys are both just hopping on, tell me hi. Let me know where you're watching from, and your comments get you entered in to win my weekly giveaway. So make sure you get yourself entered in. Next is a little bit of powder. I'm using the Silky setting powder in light to medium ivory. Oof, I got a little bit too much in the lid there. Let's take that out. The Silky setting powder is funny. When I first went to order the Silky setting powder, I ordered it. I think I got medium ivory. I was like, oh my goodness, it was way too dark on me. I just had a good customer of mine. She ordered light to medium beige, which I do feel like that's kind of what you would think that her coloring would be, right? Like if you're just basing it off the color names, and it's like too dark too. So it's so funny. When you go to order the Silky setting powder, always go down a couple of shades. Just ask me and I can help match you. But you don't always want to kind of go down a couple of shades. So light to medium ivory, that's the one that I use. Hi, Kristen. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. All right. Next, I am going to add just a little bit of my bronzer. This bronzer was awesome. It was limited edition though, unfortunately. So I think I have one. I think I might have one left. I don't know if I have one left though. I just sold a couple last week. So this bronzer though, oh my gosh, I love this bronzer. Again, limited edition items. Always pay attention to the limited edition items when they launch because they are amazing. And then I'm just going to blend this out, and we're going to use the cream blush next. One thing I am going to try on here, which I have not tried yet at all, so I haven't tried it myself, just for fun or anything, but I want to try the new concealer as a bronzer. I used to try that with the old concealer, if you like a liquid kind of bronzer or a cream bronzer. But I have not tried it with the new one yet, and I think it's going to be fantastic because the formula is so awesome. It's so hydrating. I think it's really going to work really well. So stay tuned for that. I am excited to try that out. All right, let me do my brows real quick. I'm just going to brush these out and add a clear brow gel. So I'm not going to do much to my brows today. I love the clear eyebrow gel. If you don't have that, definitely get that. I think it's only $14 too. It's a great price. It just holds them in place. Yeah, great purchase. All right, let's see. Next, oh, the cheek color. Okay, let's do the cheek color. So I am using the Gel Cream Blush. Again, limited edition, $20 for this one. And this is Passionfruit. I'm just gonna use this right on my cheeks. And I blend this out with my finger. And then after I let it sit for a second, I use my cheek brush to make sure that everything's really blended. But I just use my finger to just kind of blend this out. I think it gives it a really natural look. I love how hydrating these are. We had a similar product to this a few years ago. This formula is much better than the limited edition ones from a few years ago, in my opinion. I think the colors are a little bit, I don't want to say less pigmented because they're not less pigmented, but they're more blendable. That's what I should say. So they're so much more blendable than they were the formula from a few years ago, in my opinion. So I love these. I didn't really know what to expect when I first got them out. I was like, okay, we'll try them again, but the formula is so much more blendable. So I love the glow it gives. It's just very natural and very hydrating, which we love. So we're gonna leave that for a second, and then I will come back to blend that out. I'm gonna use the Tinted Lip Balm, again, limited edition. This is the coral color. I have been obsessed with this. I think with the warm palette, it looks so good. It has jojoba oil and almond oil in it to keep your lips super hydrated. All right. Last, let's do a little bit of mascara. So what do you guys think so far of this makeup look? The mascara makes the eyeshadow look 10 times better. We're going to use the Lash Fanaroma mascara today, which is my personal favorite. A couple coats of mascara goes such a long ways. Let me actually use this palette. Mirror, that'll be a little bit easier. I just can't believe the glow of that gold. The gold is so pretty. Even with one coat of mascara, I just think it brings the whole thing together. I also have, so in my links in the description, you can shop my website. That's where you're going to find all of these products on my website. All of the things that I covered today will be available on there. So the eyeshadow palette, as well as that blush and all the other makeup items that I used. I will link them, or I'll put in the comments all of the products that I used today too, so that you can see exactly what it was and see exactly what you want to order. I'm going to use my cheek brush now and just blend this out. So again, not blending too much, just a little bit, just to make it kind of just look really natural, but make sure it's all nice and blended. Brenda, isn't it so pretty? I know, I love the gold. Oh, Brenda, just being on here, Brenda, because I know you love the liquid eyeshadows, it made me think about the liquid eyeshadows. So if you guys do love the liquid eyeshadows, make sure you grab those too before they sell out. Those are on our phase out list right now, so they are retiring. So if you want some liquid eyeshadows before they are gone, make sure you get them. I think the Purple Nova is already sold out, so if you want the Light Beam, Meteor Shower, or Pink Starlight, then make sure you grab those before those are gone too. All right, one more coat of this mascara. And anyway, you can shop all of these things though on my website. So all the new stuff is on there, and all the regular line items are on there as well. So grab them before they're gone because they are amazing. They will sell out. I also have my email list in the description, so if you are not on my email list, make sure you join that. I'm going to be sending out more emails soon with some classes, so those will include kind of some bundles, so like this palette with some things with it, so that you can do your own makeup looks right at home. So especially with the holidays, I'm going to be offering a lot more things like these cute little bundles where they've got the socks and they've got the little Happy Halloween, and then there's going to be Christmas items as well. So again, if you want one of these, $12. I only have 6, but if you want in on all of those things, and I also send out my tutorials and my replays and things like that. So if you want to know what's going on, make sure you subscribe to my email list. But thank you guys so much for watching tonight. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, this makeup look. I love the golds, I love the warm colors, and I love it paired with this coral lip. So tell me what you think down below. We did the entire look, so if you are just now hopping on, make sure you go back and catch the beginning. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys back here next week. Bye!